Hey everybody, it's the Senseis here. We're going to be giving you guys kind of an announcement for the next couple of weeks of what's going on. Good, the bad, and the ugly. We want to do these videos a little bit more consistently too. Ideally every Monday. Hopefully we'll have a video just talking about what's going on. And then you'll obviously get your announcements from Sensei Cook if you guys are, around and whatnot. But anyways, I want to get started with this week. We are on tip testing week this week. Yep, so we're going to be just doing all our normal tip testing with the students in classes.
Yeah, if you guys earn your red tip and you're going to get a new belt, we are going to do graduation on Saturday, but we're changing it up a little bit, so make sure you talk to me if you get your red tip so that you know what time to show up, because you don't want to miss your graduation. That'd be no fun. We are also still offering virtual tip testing for anyone who's not comfortable coming in, and I am working on that. It should be, if you're watching this via an email, it should be in that email. If you caught it on Facebook, then it should be posted on Facebook as well. So if you can't find that stuff, you're not sure what to do for your virtual test, let me know and I will get it to you.
Yeah. So that kind of covers this week. So let's talk about next week. Next week, we're on a very special once-a-year week. It's called our Black Belt Week. And what this is we have several different people getting ready to test for their Black Belt.
5 candidates this year.
5 candidates right now. So next week kind of takes a lot of toll on the staff, on the Black Belts, everybody in the dojo. And so what we usually do, we actually have it as an open week. Now, an open week does not mean you don't come to classes. What it does mean is that we're going to have a lot of fun in classes, and it is a kind of a more emphasis on some real high-level drills, fun drills for the kids. We sometimes play like dodgeball, but we also like to get some suggestions on what you guys want to work on and what you need help on, things like that. So it's kind of an open week of just learning martial arts with outside of the curriculum, but we do still normally have classes, so don't think nothing's going on. And then make sure if you see any of the black belts, which is kind of hard right now in the COVID world. The candidates, thank you. In the COVID world, make sure you say good luck to them.
Tell the black belts good luck too. We have to sit at that table and stare at them for hours on end.
It's a long day for us. It's a long day. Tough, rough.
Yeah, we're excited for the test, but yeah, so if you have anything you want to work on next week, shoot us a message, let us know, and we'll try to work it into our lesson plans if we can.
Yeah. Well, okay, so going into a little bit more, I want to talk to you a little bit about COVID, how it's affecting the dojo, some of the things I'm working on behind the scenes that not a lot of people know. Understand that COVID, to me, is actually something, it is important to me, because I'm actually, how you'll know if I get COVID is I'll probably not make it, because I actually have underlying conditions, okay? I have a couple different things. I have one kidney. When I was born, I had some medical issues that actually affect, one of the big ones is enzymes in my lungs, called alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, and it actually really makes fighting off colds really difficult for me. So understand that I'm a high risk on this. I also have asthma, and like I said, I have one kidney. I don't know how that would be affected or not, but understand that's also one of the reasons you might have seen Facebook videos and stuff, and I don't have my mask on. It's because a lot of this stuff actually impacts me quite a bit. So with that being said, COVID is not something that I take lightly, although I also, as a martial artist, recognize wisdom to fear, and understanding that balance of knowing how appropriately how to take risks. Like, life to me has always been a risk. I remember when I was, up until I was like 10 years old, I always recognized that I was in and out of hospitals all the time. And so I kind of had an appreciation and the love of life, and to not live necessarily in fear, but to have wisdom in the process of, doing life. So it's something that I don't take lightly, but I also don't want it to completely control my life and change who I am as a person. Now, on top of that, one of the things I've been working on within the government actually is to get specifically a variance for martial arts schools. So we're currently kind of running at lower numbers than we normally do. We're trying to safely move up to a little bit higher number. So I've actually been writing a variance that is hopefully going to get looked at by the commissioners in the county here on the 9th. Is kind of when that's supposed to happen. So I'm excited to see what that brings out, and how can we continue to open up our economy, open up our dojo more, while still being safe and being smart about everything that we're doing. So I don't know if you have anything to add on the COVID world.
No, you have the pity party all to yourself. I will probably be fine if I catch it, so we'll leave that to you.
Okay, so the next thing we want to talk about is once we're on the so we got this week is tip testing, next week is black belt, and then the week after that we're starting our dynamic rotation. Now, for our advanced students and for our teens and adults, we'll be going into sparring rotation. It's our fighting stuff. For the younger guys, it's called dynamic, because we'll work on like dive rolls and break falls and some other stuff. Now, Either way, though, what we are looking at doing is doing a sparring package. So even if you are basic, we probably won't do it for little tigers or tiny tigers, but for basic, if you're interested in getting your sparring gear a little bit early, one of the ways we are pushing in the variants, going back to the government stuff, is we want to be able to hit bags a lot more. We want to hit pads a lot more, and it's a lot of work on Sensei Cook to always be clean it. So one of the workarounds on this is to actually get some sparring gloves and gear so that it's never going to be skin contact to equipment. It'll always be equipment to equipment. And so we can actually do a little workaround. So we're going to be kind of giving you some information on some sparring packages. I know with teens and adults specifically, we're going to actually emphasize some closed gloves into our sparring.
Like boxing gloves.
Yeah, like boxing gloves. It's something that we're working right now toward a curriculum change within the dojo. Most people won't notice any difference, but some of our long-term black belts and stuff might notice a little bit of a difference. But it's something I'm actually really excited about. It's a level of sparring that I love to do, and I'm excited to bring it to the dojo in a lot more intensive level. So anyways, we'll have sparring packages coming your way. So I'm sure Sensei right here, Sensei Davis, will talk to you at some point.
I'm just waiting for the closed-toed foot gear.
Right.
No, yeah, once we have information, I'll make sure you guys have access to that, so you know how much it'll cost, what's included in the packages, all that good stuff.
All right, next is order of business, Leadership Elite. Okay, so this one has been a kind of a harder one for us because so Leadership Elite takes place in two things. So if you've ever seen our students, so I know not everybody's in Leadership Elite, if you've ever seen our students that are in red uniforms, that is our leadership program. In our leadership program, we focus on two different pieces. Higher level character development, specifically leadership development and how to win friends and influence people. And the second aspect of that is actually to take your training and to practice on the dojo floor. So to us, leadership is actually one of the most important things that we can teach our students because this is how they go on and be really successful in life. We know that 80% of someone's success is actually based on how they deal with people and not necessarily the information that they know. And so we take this really seriously in our dojo. Anyways, since COVID, we kind of basically just said no Leadership Elite, and we want to kind of change that right now. We want to get back into reading through our books. And so we are going to, on the other side of the rotation, again, tip testing, black belt, and then we're going to start back up Leadership Elite. I am going to be doing a John Maxwell book. He's one of my favorite leadership developers, I think, out there. So we'll be doing one of his 101 series. I haven't exactly decided which book that is, so I'll let you guys know in a future video or a future announcement. But I want to let you guys know we are going to be doing that. So we'll be having some more information ahead and signups and things like that we have been doing coming up here pretty soon. So I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. I don't know if you have anything, again, on leadership.
We miss our leadership students a lot. I know Sensei Cook, he's a rock star. We've kind of taken all of his help away from him and said, but also control them better. Now you have to keep them 6 feet apart and in their squares. And he's been amazing, but we definitely miss our leadership students. So we miss having you guys. We miss chatting with you. Leadership classes are always a lot of fun to just connect on another level. So
yeah, and we had such good topics on it. Like we just recently read through the rules for being a knight, and it talks about just amazing character development things, and I just love that book.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed
a lot
it.
You wouldn't think about either. Like silence was one of them.
Yeah,
tough one for me. Grace was one of them. Yeah, it was a cool book.
Yeah. All right, another thing that we're going into, starting next week, we are no longer going to be doing Facebook Live videos, okay? Now, we want to continue to understand that people are still wanting to do online, and that's completely fine. We're just going to be moving to a Zoom only for a little while. My goal is to eventually bring back kind of an ongoing live video that you can always jump into at any point. I'm going to be moving off of Facebook. There's a couple of reasons we're doing it. One big one is it just kind of clogs up our Facebook page, and so a lot of announcements are being lost because we post 5 classes a day. So we want to kind of clean that up. So I am looking right now about putting live video on our website so that then you could go there and check things out. So I haven't gotten that done yet, but I'm looking into it. And that kind of is my goal. I do want to move into a place where you could, anytime a class is going on, maybe in 3 years from now, your kid has the flu and he just wants a watch class. We want to have that available so that they can. So I'm looking into how to do that. But we are still doing Zoom classes, so pay attention to that. And then, yeah, we'll be talking about when we go live again into the future.
Yeah, a lot of that decision was based on what has been used the past few weeks, and we've noticed that the Facebook has been used a lot less. So I'm going to stick with Zoom to still offer that virtual option. But
yeah. Okay, now here's the thing. One, we just want to thank you so much for supporting us in this time. You guys have been amazing. Like, that's so huge to us. Like, little knowledge of the dojo. Like we got hit really hard, probably more hard than most industries. We've done our best to reinvent the curriculum multiple times in order to serve our families. We've worked hard to be safe within the dojo when we were able to open up. Like we've worked really hard, but honestly, it's you guys that are loyal to us that like helped us make it through this. And so we just want to say thank you, like from the bottom of our hearts. Like this has been a really hard time for us. Like even just working on the dojo, and you just go, is it even worth it? And like we love our students, but we're like, are we going to even make it through this? And frankly, at this point, we still don't know if we're going to make it through this. But we just want to thank you guys who have been loyal to us and kept, even showing up on Zoom, and you're still paying tuition, things like that. Like not everybody in the dojo did that. And so for you guys who are still, doing classes, still doing things, we're just so grateful for you guys, and we love teaching you. And it's been an extraordinary time. It's, the line was kind of drawn in the sand, and we get to see who are amazing students, amazing, family members in our dojo. So we just want to thank you on that one. So
yeah, our students have always been a big motivation for us, but right now, I think you guys are literally our only motivation. Like
yeah.
It's tough. We're both really driven people, but there's no light at the end of the tunnel, and so the hope is lacking. And so you guys really are what gives us hope and make us work, honestly.
Yeah, totally. Like to me, when I work on curriculum, when I work on the dojo, it's like, how can this better serve our students? How is this going to help make better students? How is this going to make it more of a joy to teach our students? Like everything for me, honestly, and the only reason I've made this dojo happen is honestly because of the students. Like I don't get paid a lot to do this. Honestly, there's, especially even last year, like I didn't take a paycheck for I think 7-8 months. It's not the most lucrative thing in the world for us, and but we care about our students, and I love to teach, and I love to see them grow, and so that's way more important to me. And I figure as we continue to grow and develop, it'll come down the line. So. Students and teaching is kind of my heart and what I love to do. So it is really fun for us. So actually, speaking of which, we want to talk about a couple ways. If you are interested in helping us grow as a dojo, we're trying to do some really fun things to serve our families and our community. So I want to talk about a couple things. The first one being actually something I'm super excited about. Okay, this is our birthday parties. Okay, so we're still doing in dojo birthday parties that we're allowed to, but one of the ways we're looking at doing this is actually out of the dojo birthday parties, where we'll come to your house and run a birthday party. And so we're actually going to bring our bounce house to your house. So if you or anyone is having a birthday and you want to celebrate it, like we actually had to kind of barely celebrate my son's birthday, and it made me really sad. And so kind of pitched this idea in my head. I'm like, man, I don't want my son to have to deal with the same thing again, and other families are dealing with the same stuff. So how can we serve them and still have an awesome birthday party? And so what we're doing is a come to you birthday party. Now, if you want to check it out, you can go to our website. It's 3tcolorado.com and /birthday. Okay, and you can just go to our normal website and find it. It's up at the top right. But you can see the different packages that we have. And again, it's not just, if you're like, my kid's birthday is in August or something like that. One, this will be available then, or let your other friends know that we're having these things too. And it's a great way to let them know about our dojo as well, because what we'll do is we'll put up the bounce house, but we'll also teach some fun ninja karate and things like that. And so, there's some videos on Facebook if you want to share, check it out, a little bit of what it's like. I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And the kids have already lost out on so much with missing the end of school that we just want a way for them to still be able to kind of celebrate their birthday, a way to make it special and not just, another day stuck at home during quarantine.
Yeah, no kidding. And that's kind of how it felt with my son. I was like, he had a good time, and I actually put up the bounce house, but it's just him and his brother, and we wanting to do something that's like, how do we continue to stay safe while at the same time have a lot of fun too, and not to underplay some of the stuff. Birthdays are important, and so we want to make sure we celebrate that. So you can check that out on our Facebook, on Facebook, but also on our website. Another thing that we're doing is we are enrolling for our summer right now. Now we're doing a $199 for 2 months of classes, and this includes the uniform. So if you have a friend that is interested in doing it, because there's not a lot of things that they can do right now, because most sports are still shut down. If they're interested in doing a safe one, where we clean and we really control the floor as best we can, like check it out. It's only $199. You can again, on our Facebook, we put a lot of these deals out, and you can just talk to them. And just honestly, really what it comes down to is get your friend to call us, and we'll take care of it from there. That's kind of the big part. Or if you only have one kid in the training and you want to join on yourself, or maybe you have another kid that wants to join on, that deal will work for them as well. So it's a great way to try it out over the summer. Yeah. Do you have anything on that one?
No, I think you about covered it.
Okay, last one. This one's also I'm really excited about, and there will be more information because we're still trying to put it together, make sure it happens right. But we are going to be doing summer camps, okay? So what we're going to be doing is smaller, more intensive summer camps. So we're going to be doing 2-hour summer camps during the day, okay? So it'll be like, I think, what was our time that we had discussed?
11:30 to 1:30.
11:30 to 1:30, and then if we have enough people, we might even add an earlier one as well, so a 9 to 11 or something. So right now we have opened up the one. If there's a lot of interest, we'll open up a second one. And the idea too is we can't do the same normal like long summer camps, so we're trying to do more intensive ones, but we're also going to drop the price on our normal summer camps for that. And so we'll be sending out information on that, and let us know if you're interested already. If this sounds like something you would like to do, let us know so that we can plan accordingly. We're going to be kind of breaking down into
your spot.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. That's a big part of it right now. We're going to be breaking it down to some karate, but we're also going to play some games, and we're also going to do some activities, and we're going to watch some movies probably. There's one of my favorite series just came out on Netflix. It's called Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's really good, super kid friendly, but it also kind of is fun because it talks about the elements of martial arts, which is really cool because that's part of our martial arts lineage as well. So anyways, we'll have more information on that coming up into the future.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, that was a lot. So hopefully you guys got it. I'll summarize it. We got tip testing this week, black belt testing next week, so it's black belt week. I've been working on the variances, sparring package, leadership elite, Zoom only classes, birthday parties, summer deal of the $199 for 2 months including the uniform, and finally the summer camps. So if you guys have any more questions or you want more information, feel free as always, comment on the video, give us a text, Facebook message us. Those are really good ways. If you're really confused, call us. We're more than happy to answer any questions that you guys have. We're really happy to answer all those questions. I'm good about it too, but she's the awesome person that I love so much, and she's amazing with it. So I'll just let her do it. I get in the way most of the time anyways.
Sure. So. And you change the answer between people?
Big picture. Sometimes the details escape me until they become relevant.
It's okay. I'll take care of it.
Anyways, thanks so much, guys. Again, we do this because of you guys. We love you guys. Thanks so much for the support and everything that you guys have done over the last 3-4 months, and even on before that. Supporting us through the honeymoon, supporting us as we came home early, supporting us on the Zoom classes and everything. We're very grateful to our families, and we just want to serve you guys better and do our very best to make the world a better place by training you and your kids. So all right. Well, take it easy, everybody, and we look forward to hearing from you guys.
Bye.